All right, guys, it is a new year. NHL 26 is here, and we are here with our first franchise mode of the year. And this time around, we are going with none other than the San Jose Sharks. Celebrini, Eklund, and Dmitry Orlov are their top players. I thought it'd be fun to do the San Jose Sharks. Now, looking at our division, we are the worst team there, but it is okay. We're here to help rebuild and reshape the San Jose Sharks team to what they used to be and hopefully actually bring home a cup this time around, all right? So looking at our career, owner mode is off, salary cap is on, player morale off, fog of war we will be keeping off, head coach edits lines is off as well, and that is it for there. Injuries, what we are going to do for injuries here is we're going to keep them off during the regular season, but come playoff time, if the team ever makes it, we will turn it on. I think that's just the best way to do it. Difficulty, we're going to throw onto superstar. Trade difficulty will be set to hard. And then attribute effects, we're going to throw up to 9, as that's what Tactics does, and apparently you get a more realistic sim. So with that being said, let's get into the San Jose Sharks Year 1 build with GM Leifer taking the reins. So first things first, let's look at the roster. Celebrini is at an 88 overall. Looking pretty dang good for a 19-year-old here. Eklund is at an 86. We got Dmitry Orlov, who's 34 years old, taking up 6.9 in cap space. He's got 2 years left. Could be a trade deadline rental for some sort of team where we can get some picks back. Possibly Tyler Toffoli could be another guy like that. We got Will Smith at an 83 overall. Mario Ferraro, who's always been on the trade block. Maybe he actually goes this deadline. We got Wenberg, who's also up there in age. Got a year left. Could be a deadline rental for some sort of playoff team. Nick Leddy, Timothy Liljegren. Jeff Skinner, again, could be that guy off the block. John Klingberg as well. So that's looking good there. And then in net, we do have Askarov as our starting netminder. Nedeljkovic is going to be his backup. We got some decent little prospects. I don't know. Maybe goaltending could be something where we can eventually upgrade. But Askarov, being an elite medium, his role as a backup goaltender. Hopefully we can turn him into a starter for the San Jose Sharks team. Then looking at our draft picks, we got 2 first-round picks in 2026. One being ours and one being the Edmonton Oilers. I'm going to assume it's not going to be a high draft pick given that the Oilers have been to the finals back-to-back years. But always something we could look for. We have nothing in the 3rd round, nothing in the 5th round, and nothing in the 6th. So maybe that's something we look for come the trade deadline, trading away some of our older players. Now looking at our lines here, maybe we can do a little bit of tinkering to maybe get some more pluses here, but again, we are trying to tank for the most part here. We got Reeve scratch, we got Shakir scratch, and Cagnoni scratched as well. So let me just see what we could do with our lines here. So this is the best we could do. No plus overalls here in the line chemistry for both offense and defense, but this is what we're running with. So offensively, we got Eklund playing alongside Celebrini and Toffoli. Our second line is Wenberg, Will Smith, and Jeff Skinner. Our third line is Kurashev, Ostapachuk, hopefully I said that right, and Delandria. And then our fourth line is Carl Gunstrom, Adam Gaudette, and Barclay Goudreau. Defensively, we got Orlov playing with Liljegren, Klingberg with Mario Ferraro, and Nick Leddy and Vinny Desharnais. Now, Mario Ferraro can be a name that might be going eventually. Same with Dmitry Orlov. So that's what we're looking like right there. Goaltending-wise, we got Askarov and Nedeljkovic. And then looking at our minors lineup, this is something we're going to want to look at because we are a team that is up and coming. We want to give our prospects a good shot at progressing here in the minors. So that's hopefully what we are going to do here. It's looking a little decent. We got our top line here, 28-year-old, a 23-year-old Jack Thompson, who looks like he'll be a depth defenseman, who we can probably bring up come the trade deadline if we get rid of one of Dmitry Orlov or Mario Ferraro. And then looking here, we got a 22-year-old Colin Graff, again, just a depth forward. Cam Lund is going to be a depth forward as well. We got a top 6 forward potential here for Chernysov. Potential top 9 for Cam Lund and a potential top 9 for Colin Graff. So again, these guys could definitely be called up eventually. And then looking at our goalies, we got Skarek and Carrier. I'm not good at pronouncing names. Let me know if I'm pronouncing them wrong. And then looking at Scratched, we got a 26-year-old. I just want to make sure there's no one that's young that should be playing. We want to get Haltonen in. I feel like that would be a good prospect to get in. So we're going to try to throw him in. Maybe get rid of one of our older guys here. Maybe get rid of Colin White for Haltonen. Give him a shot here. Maybe get him onto that second line and put... Yeah, that's perfect there, actually, if you ask me. And that's probably about it. And looking at Halton, he could be a top 6 forward with medium potential there, so hopefully he has a good season in the AHL. Now before the season starts, we are just going to clear this all out and throw who we would want to maybe get rid of eventually. And what I'm going to do is maybe get rid of some of the old guys. Ryan Reeves is already on the block, even though he's just been acquired. Dmitry Orlov can be, he's got a player clause, so maybe not Dmitry Orlov. Nick Leddy can definitely get thrown on there. Klingberg can definitely be an option to move out at the deadline as well. Tyler Toffoli can be a guy too. He's got a clause. Jeff Skinner can be a guy as well. And Barclay Goodrow could be a guy as well. Now, what do we want exactly? So, what are we lacking in is what I'm thinking. A top 6 forward would be good. Hopefully someone younger. So we'll go with a forward. I mean, hopefully like 28 and younger would be good. A second line forward, even a third line scorer would be good. But let's say a second line forward right there. Then we want probably a third line checker. Maybe he'd be okay if he's around 30 years old. I'm definitely good with that. Maybe a little bit older, around 21 to 30. And then defensively, we are going to want a top 4 defenseman. Maybe in and around 21 to 32. Maybe 30. We want them to be around for a while. So that's what we want there. And that is all good. So now that all that stuff is set, let's get through the preseason. We'll probably sim maybe a couple of months just to get that under the belt. So we're going to sim up to the first game of the season. We're playing the Vegas Golden Knights. We're going to have a conversation with our coach. Let's see what this is all about. Hello, GM Leifert. Together we have a great opportunity to lead this team to greatness. Our journey starts now. Let's establish our goals and make the most of our season. Okay, so... let's discuss what our players should focus on. Okay, so let's see what the season goal is here. Looking at the roster on paper, there's a lot of work to do before we can compete. It may take some time, but we'll get there. I agree. I don't think we're making the playoffs anytime soon. Thank you for the vote of confidence. This could be the start of something great. All right, so there we go. We talked to our coach, and it looks to me that we're on the same exact page. I don't expect this team to contend anytime soon. Okay, so we're looking at a trade here. Vinny Desharnais, our 4th, Florida's 4th, for Colorado 2nd and New York 7th. I don't think I want to do that, so I'm just going to decline that. We got another trade coming in. A lot of people want Vinny Desharnais. I'm not sure why. Are we using him? We are using Vinny Desharnais. I don't think I really want to get rid of him just yet. I kind of want to keep the roster the way it is pretty much up until the trade deadline, unless a trade offer comes in that blows our socks off. So that's really what I'm looking at there. Now, looking at our preseason record here, it looks like we went 5-2-0. So that is very interesting there, all right? So here we are, first month of the season. Let's see how this team does. Again, we're not looking to compete. We're just looking to, get a decent draft pick. So we have 3 points in our first 2 games. We are 2-0-1 here. Dustin Tokarski is on waivers. Let's look at his player info. 76 overall minor, starting backup. We don't really need him. 36 years old. We'll decline that. Thank you very much, Dallas. Going on here, this team is kind of doing decent to start the month off here, which is very interesting. We are 5-1-2 to begin most of this month here. Let's see how we end off the first month of October. And this team is 6-3-2 at the end of 1 month, which is very, very interesting to me. Okay, let's look at the standings. We are in 2nd in the Pacific Division. We are 4 points behind the Flames. The Knights are a point behind us. The Kings and Oilers both 2 points behind us. So it's still pretty close here, which is very interesting. Now, looking at our team leaders, forward points, William Eklund has 10 points. Dmitry Orlov has 7. Eklund has 6 goals. Will Smith has 7 assists. Rookie points, 0. And Askarov has 4 wins. Very, very interesting. Okay. Now checking in on anyone, Eklund's having a very good first month. 10 points in 11 games. Celebrini, 8 points in 11. He's also a -3, but it is what it is. We're probably giving up a lot of goals. Now looking at our goaltender, Askarov, 4-1-2 with a 904 save percentage. We would hope that for that to be a little bit more, but above a 900 is good for now. Nedeljkovic is 2-2-0 with a 940 save percentage, which ain't too shabby. All right, let's get another month down under our belt, and let's see if this team can continue to roll or if this is where we start to fall off, because I'm not too sure what's happening here. If we somehow make the playoffs, it'd be good experience for our young guys, but at the same time, we kind of wanted this team to tank to maybe get another draft pick, maybe draft a high-end defenseman. That's what this team is kind of missing for the most part, so that would be nice, but I'm just not 100% sure. So let's continue on here. We're 11-8-2, and we have a trade here. Boston wants Ryan Reeves, our 2026 fourth, our 2027 fourth, for their 2026 fourth and their 2027 fourth. I'm not sure why would we do that. We don't need to get rid of cap space. We're going to decline that trade, Boston. No thank you, all right? So let's continue on with the second month here. And this team is still kind of rolling. 12-9-2 is kind of good for the team that we do have, being the lowest in our division here. So it's now December 4th. We are 13-11-2. We're starting to tail off a little bit, which is definitely fine. That's what we want. Looking at the division, we are still third in the Pacific Division. 3 points behind the Kraken. We got the Kings about 2 points, not about 2 points behind us. The Golden Knights are 3 points behind us, and the Oilers are 4 points behind us. So the Oilers not doing great, and we got to remember, we do have Edmonton's first round pick, so let's not forget about that. I think for this first episode, we're probably going to maybe simulate to the trade deadline, and then you guys can help me out with what we should be doing with this team, because I'm not too sure. As of now, it looks like maybe we don't touch it if we get into the playoffs. If we are starting to lose, which we are starting to do, and we're starting to tail off, then we are a seller, obviously, all right? So we're now below 500. We're now exactly at 500. So this team is starting to tail off. This is exactly what we thought was going to happen. We just had a great first couple months, and now that is changing. Vancouver wants Ryan Reeves, and our fourth for their 2026 fourth. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Ryan Reeves is kind of just sitting there, and he'd be okay to get rid of. They want our fourth round pick for next year, but we'd be getting Vancouver's fourth round pick for this year, who they're 12-18-2. You know what? I might make this trade. Ryan Reeves is being shipped off to the Vancouver Canucks. I'm definitely okay with that. We're getting a fourth round pick back for this year. We're not missing it, but that's our third fourth round pick that we might be having this year. So Ryan Reeves has been departed. He hasn't been playing for this team, so that is definitely okay. I'm okay with that departure. He was probably going to go at the trade deadline anyway. So at the end of 3 months, we are now 18-19-3, below 500. This is what we expected here. And now looking at the division, we are now in 6th place, tied with the Canucks. We got the Kings 2 points behind us, and the Ducks are 4 points behind us. Okay, so that's looking all right. I kind of just do want to go check how our team is doing. Macklin Celebrini has 30 points in 40 games. He's a -13. Eklund with 28 and 40. Skinner with 26 and 40. So not looking too great. Looking at goalies, Askarov with a 9-13. Nedeljkovic has tailed off heavily since the last time we checked. Looking at the Barracuda Sharks, we got Colin Graff with 25 points in 30 games. We got Chernyshov with 24 in 30. Where is Haltonen with 12 points in 30 games. Not looking too great, but not too bad for his first year in the AHL. All right, let's sim another month. We are coming up on the trade deadline, I believe, so we're going to sim another month and see what this team does in the month of January, just to see how everything is looking here. We got a trade offer coming in. Matthew Joseph is getting offered to us, and a 4th round pick from Anaheim for our 4th round pick this year and Florida's 4th round pick this year. Okay, so interesting. Let's just take a look at Matthew Joseph, see what he's all about. He's 28, kind of up there in age. I don't see him being around for much. He fits our forward line too. He fits all penalty killing lines. I don't mind it. Do we want to part with 2 4th round picks? Okay, let's look at our draft pick pool here. We do have 3 4th round picks. We just picked up one from Vancouver. I don't know if I really want to part ways with 2 4th round picks, especially because in the later rounds we have no 5th, we have no 6th. I'm going to decline that. We don't really need a Matthew Joseph right now. I'm kind of good on that. So let's continue simming here. We continue to lose, and this is what we wanted. As I'm looking at the standings as we sim, we are now at the bottom of our division, which again, we are definitely okay with that. I will not complain with that at all. So It's okay. This is what we expected from our team. We did not expect to be a contender. We did not expect to squeak into the playoffs by any means. That's not what we wanted, in all honesty. So we have a pretty high first round pick as of now, which I'm pretty happy with. And hopefully we can win that lottery. And maybe there's a nice defenseman in there for us to take. Again, that's what this team is kind of missing. We kind of got the forwards with Celebrini and Will Smith. And defenseman is kind of what we're missing. So we're at the end of 4 months, I believe. This is probably where I'm gonna cut it off for this video, and then we're gonna do the trade deadline next video. Now, looking at the standings, we are now at the bottom of the Pacific Division with 48 points. We're 22-7-4. Looking at the entire league, are the San Jose Sharks in last? I'm going to guess yes. No, the Buffalo Sabres and the San Jose Sharks are tied for last in the league. The Rangers having another abysmal season. Not looking great there. So we are there with Buffalo for the first overall pick as of now. Looking at our players, we got William Eklund with 38 points in 53 games. Celebrini with the same point total as well. Toffoli's doing good. Skinner's doing good. Will Smith with 33 in 53. Goaltending wise, Askarov still looks pretty decent with a 914, even though he's 15-15-2. Nedeljkovic brought his save percentage back up to 900, so that is good. And yeah, guys, it looks like at the trade deadline, the San Jose Sharks are going to be sellers. Shocker there. That's what we're going to be doing. Who should we be getting rid of, guys? That is the question for you guys. Who should we be getting rid of? In my opinion, I think most of the old guys that are probably on a one-year contract should be going. Guys like Nick Leddy, even though he has a no-trade clause, if we can have that conversation, that would be good, or a minimized no-trade clause. Guys like John Klingberg, guys like Jeff Skinner, Alex Wenberg possibly, Vinny Desharnais could be a guy off, but, not great trade value from him. So you guys let me know in the comment section down below, who should the San Jose Sharks be getting rid of at the trade deadline? Who should we be keeping? What should we be acquiring? Let me know in the comment sections down below. That is it for the first episode of our San Jose Sharks franchise mode.